Oh, hello everybody. Doing some magic. It's not quite Christmas, but it's as close as the Friday gets. Yes. Although I think last year, because it was a leap year, we had a video on Christmas Day. But anyway, so we got Santa Boopster here.
Santa Boopster.
He's all dressed for the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what better way to ring in the holiday season than to play a little vintage? It's been a while since we've done vintage, and two really sweet decks emerged out of Kaladesh. So I'm playing a Paradoxical Outcome Storm.
And I'm playing a Saheeli Oath deck.
Yeah, exciting stuff. Utilizing the Sun Titan combo.
Yes.
So if you watched our other Saheeli video, I kind of explained that. So anyway, Mr. Boopster is going to decide who goes first. In each of his sleeves, because he doesn't have hands, naturally the only thing you would put in sleeves if you don't have hands is dice.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is drop him, and the one out of the right hand is me, and the one out of the left hand is you, and hopefully they don't fly at the table. Do they both come out? Come on, get out of there. There we go.
0.
That's impressive. 8. I guess I'll go first. And we'll see you in game 1. That's great. Alrighty, game 1. Show my hands. That's what I got.
Whoop. And I've got those.
Okay. So I'm going to lead off with an Underground Sea. And I'm going to cast a Lotus Petal. And just in case, let's keep track of Storm Count. I don't think I'm going to win on turn 1, but we'll do that anyway. And then I'll play a Lion's Eye Diamond. And then I will go for an Ancestral Recall.
Oh! Force Pitching Detention Sphere.
Okay. That's good. Pass turn. Worth noting that did add to Storm Count. If I had a kill card.
Drop turn. Well, I think we're going to go for Tundra, and your go.
Untap. Draw a card. It's not bad. But is it worth it? Probably. Probably worth it. Gonna play a Tolarian Academy.
Yep.
Which only taps for 2 at the moment.
I mean, still, it's a soul land.
It is. It's very good. And let's make it tap for 3. Try for a Chrome Mox.
You can have a Chrome Mox. Are you going to imprint something on it?
No value at all. I'm not going to do anything with it. Just an artifact for Academy.
It's just going to add Storm if he ever gets Paradoxical.
True. Let's keep track just in case. Storm count. So 1... Then I'm going to tap this for 3 blue. So I've got these convenient little doohickeys here. Should only need these 3.
I mean, yeah, those
probably.
I mean, you do have Moxes that add the other colors, but
so I've got
they're basically colorless too.
Yeah. So yeah, tap that for 3 blue. And then I'm going to crack this for a red. And I'm going to try for a Wheel of Fortune. Going down to 1 blue.
Yeah, you get a Wheel of Fortune.
And I'm going to respond to Wheel of Fortune by cracking Lion's Eye Diamond.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
For probably 3 blue, I think, is still my best bet. So we have 4 blue. And that's going to make me discard my hand, but I have to do that anyway.
So that hurts, because I have an Oath in here. I have an Orchard in here. I even have the Beast within.
Oh, jeez.
And I had a Strip Mine for the Tolarian Academy.
That's pretty good. But you might get some good off the 7. True. So, let's draw 7. That's a weird 7.
You're telling me I got a weird 7.
Yeah? Okay, so I've got 4 blue floating.
I guess that's
It's a really weird 7 for this deck.
I guess Lion's Eye wasn't cast.
No.
So it's just the 2 so far.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna start by probing you for life, going to 18. Storm.
Yeah, so I have a Gush.
Yeah.
And a Mock Sapphire.
Yeah.
And a Force. And a Force. And a Jace. And a Step and a Step.
Wow.
Yeah, if there was a draw 7...
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we're gonna draw off that probe.
I guess I can leave them out.
Yeah. Huh. That's gonna be a lot to play around.
Yeah, have fun playing around that.
Yeah, that's not great.
No.
I'm gonna try for a preordain.
Nah. So that does add to the storm count.
Sure.
Mental misstep. Going to step. Yeah, 17. Right.
Yeah.
Force Will. That
So
was
there's 5 total, right?
yes.
That have been cast this turn because you cast 1. Okay. Opal. 6. Unless you want to counter an opal, I suppose.
I don't think so.
Don't think you want to counter an opal?
Nah.
Pretty tempting. I might do it if I were in your shoes.
I mean, your Academy's tapped out already, and you don't have the other artifact.
Yeah.
I know you have them, but
Yeah. Let's see. I guess I'll try 4. Is it even worth trying 4? Hercule's Recall. 7.
sure.
Return these 2. Okay. Got 1 floating. Replay Opal.
Yep.
God, there's a lot to play around. So many things. Is that even worth it? Chrome Mox for no value. Tap this and use my only other mana. Cast a Time Walk.
Yeah, you can have that.
Okay. So untap. Don't need that anymore. Take an extra turn. Draw a card. Yeah.
I mean, you do have a bunch of mana, but you lost your storm count, which
I did.
I think was more important there.
So you can still force twice, which isn't great. Gonna cast a Chrome Mox for no value. Storm 1.
Yep.
I guess some value because the Academy's there.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I mean, it's like it's tapping for 1.
And actually, it turns on Opal,
And
so I actually get
actually,
another
yeah.
mana out of it as well.
It had quite a bit of value.
Play a Polluted Delta, crack that, going to 17. That'll fetch... something. Volcanic Island. I could go for a basic, but I imagine if you draw a strip or wasteland...
Strip Mine's
well, I guess strip mine's in there.
Yeah.
If you draw a wasteland, I'm pretty sure that might be the target.
Yeah, there's kind of a better target there.
Yeah. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana available. Right? Yeah.
Yes.
3, 4, 5,
Mine's
6.
desire for 2. Second Chrome Mox.
Yeah. Wait, what else did I do this turn? I only played 1 Chrome Mox.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. was thinking you played both of them this turn, but no.
No, I didn't.
It was last turn.
This is really sad. Desire for 2.
Oh, I even called it.
Are you gonna? You can counter both copies if you really wanted to.
Well, except I'm pretty sure I can counter the
Cards as they come down.
that come down. So
That's true. Well, let's see what they are. My hope is that they're like defense grid. Well, no, because you can just counter that.
yeah.
Moxen, I guess, just something that you wouldn't really care. Okay, so first one's gonna get me. Mox Opal. Okay.
That's pretty exciting.
Second one's gonna get me. So the way Mind's Desire works is they're in exile, and then I can cast them until the end of my turn whenever I want. And Mox Ruby. Well, that is kind of what I asked for, I suppose. So
I mean, you are going to Legend Rule your Mox Opal if you want that mana.
Yeah, the mana's not really going to do a whole lot for me. Cast Mox Ruby.
Yeah.
And well, I would lose it anyways, so it's better to have one in the graveyard. So
you do have Yawgmoth's Will, so
that's true.
It's better to have it in graveyard than exile.
Same with Time Twister. We'll shuffle it back in.
Yes.
Also, so there's that, I suppose. That's all I got. Pass turn.
Draw for turn. Okay. Well, that's not very exciting. We're going to cast that Mox Sapphire. We're going to cast a Mox Pearl.
Yep.
But fortunately, you can't really cast any of the cards, so it's your go.
Untap. Draw a card. So, currently I have access to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. 8 mana.
So much mana.
There's a lot of mana. 8. Pass the turn.
Draw for turn. Well, I mean, we're going to play it. It's Wasteland.
Okay.
The question is, do I cast Jesze, though? I think that's more right.
Like, honestly, getting rid of that's not going to turn me off of that much mana. I don't need that much.
Yeah, that's the case.
Yeah.
You generally don't need that much mana.
I think I'm going to fight over this. I'm going to cast a Force of Will. Hard cast.
Hard casting a Force of Will. I'm going to force it, pitching Gush. Going 16.
Works for me. Now that would get confusing, so just, you don't have to leave those revealed. Could get really confusing really fast.
I guess, yeah, that's true now with Brainstorm. It's kind of super annoying.
I know you got it, so.
Do I Brainstorm, though? That's the deal. So tapped out, or I could look at your top card.
You could do that.
And see if
I am kind of top decking, obviously.
I think that's the correct play, actually.
You gonna look at my top card?
I'll look at your top card. Yeah, you can have that.
Great.
Enter go.
Just what I like to hear. Let's see what it is. Oh. Fun. Okay, so. I mean. Do you have how many cards?
2 cards.
2, and I know them both?
You still do know these.
Yeah. Grim Monolith.
Yep.
I guess this one actually taps, so I shouldn't put it with the Chrome Moxen. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
Jesze is not spreading much holiday cheer.
We're going to draw 3.
Yep. And put 2 back. Let's not be too greedy.
Well, we'll get to that step. I think we're going to put back that and that.
Lovely multiple art Chrome Moxen.
Then we are going to preordain.
Yep.
And we're just going to put both of these on the bottom. Draw. Ooh. Forbidden Orchard.
Yep.
Enter go.
Okay, Mr. Boopster, give me some holiday cheer. Well, it's not the worst. Okay, so this currently taps for 5 mana. So I'll add 5 blue.
So many blues.
And I will cast the Paradoxical Outcome. Storm 1. Go down to 1 blue, obviously.
Yeah, if there was something that's going to get forced.
Sure. Storm 2. Okay. Make 3 colorless. I'm just going to use white for that. Because it's more or less the same thing.
Yeah.
A red and a black. And we will use the blue and the 3 colorless to cast another Paradoxical Outcome. Storm 3.
Yep.
I figure, I mean, I burned through quite a few forces. I think there's 3 gone.
Yeah, you burned through 3.
Seems pretty good. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. So those return to my hand. And then I draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So I still have a black and a red floating. And I have not played a land this turn either, correct?
No.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
Okay. So play a Mock Sapphire, Storm 4.
Am I going to regret not wastelanding that?
Play a Mox Opal, Storm 5. Play a Mox Ruby, Storm 6. Play an Island for turn. And I think at this point, because I already used the wheel, I don't think there's any other red things off the top of my head that I can think of. So I'm going to use a blue and a red to cast a Merchant Scroll. So I search for a blue instant or interrupt, which isn't really a thing. Reveal that, put it in my hand, shuffle afterwards.
It's blue instant now.
Yeah. Actually, I have a couple options. But I think the best one's probably an outcome. That's probably the best outcome.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Oops. Oh, no. Ruining everything.
It's all falling over.
Which is especially bad for a vintage deck.
Yeah, I've been worried about this quality of the sleeves and putting expensive cards in them.
Okay, so Chromox for no value, both of these.
Yep.
Mainly because they're just going to get returned. Still got black floating. So we'll tap these 3 and use the black to cast Grim Monolith and another Grim Monolith.
Oh.
So up to Storm 10. And now I've got 6 colorless and these 2. So I'll make 6 colorless. And I'll use a blue and 3 colorless to cast that Paradoxical Outcome.
Well, a blue. Flusterstorm it.
Oh. You had a counterspell.
I did have one.
That is some patience. Wow. Well, I can't pay for 11 copies of this, so yeah. You got it. And that's all I got. Best turn. Was not expecting a counterspell
Untap.
after doing all those shenanigans.
Draw for turn. Brainstorm. Who? Put those back. Oh. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. But I think that's what we gotta do. Flooded Strand.
Yep.
Crack that, going to 14. To find a volcanic island.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So I've used 3 of these already. Boy. Boy, boy.
And let's go for a red and a blue.
Yep.
Gush, returning 2 islands.
Sure. Might as well keep track of your man.
Draw 2. We'll use the blue and another blue for Dig Through Time.
Sure.
Exiling. We don't have any Snapcasters, so it doesn't matter too much what I take. Those. Top 7. Well, I think we take that. And we have a red floating at the moment.
Yep.
And this.
Let's use 3 outcomes and an ancestral. Ugh. I don't know what my prospects are here, but they're not looking great.
So, Forbidden Orchard, gonna tap that for a green. You can get yourself a 1/1.
Yay!
And we'll use that green and the red
No!
for an Oath of Druids.
Okay. Well, that was a swing. Good.
Enter go.
Untap. Not gonna untap those. I don't think.
I mean...
I can do it whenever, I suppose. It's not really worth it.
Oh, that one's right. That one's not
Draw a
on
card.
upkeep.
No. Well. Interesting. How many cards do you have?
4 cards.
That was very interesting, I must say.
Uh-oh.
I must say that of the tons of things that I could have drawn, that was a pretty good one. Yawgmoth's Will. Do you have yet another counterspell for it?
No, I don't.
All right, so let's do all that again. Storm 1.
I'm going to, I'm going to, in response, wasteland that.
Well, tap it for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 blue.
It's going to get bigger, so.
It's true. It's not a bad idea. But you're doing that in response to the will, I assume?
Yes.
So this would still hit the graveyard because this is on
Oh, right. Then no, we'll wait for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll wait for will to resolve, yes. And then...
So will resolves?
Yes.
Are you gonna... Oh, I guess
you
don't
have priority, so
yeah.
whenever you
true.
decide to cast your first spell.
Yes. Okay. So... I know you're not supposed to technically rearrange your graveyard in Vintage, but I think most of this is going to be cast anyway.
Yeah,
so.
we don't have the cards that matter.
No. How many cards do you have?
I have 4.
I'm going to lead with a probe for life. 15.
Well, you can see a Saheeli.
You're going to crack the... You said you were waiting for the first spell, so...
Wasteland.
Yeah,
Destroy that.
and then I'll make 7.
This is what I got. There's a step.
Okay, misstep, Saheeli, nothing else that I really have to
Nothing
worry about.
important.
Okay, draw a card. That's funny. Okay, so, as long as I can play around misstep, should be good.
Which is basically you're not casting the Ancestor.
Yeah. So, play Lotus Petal, 3. Play Lion's Eye Diamond.
4.
Thanks. Appreciate it. we will tap that for a blue.
Do you really need more blue?
Oh, yeah, I suppose I don't, do I? Okay, we'll tap it for a black then. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
We'll use...
I mean, you do have a double black
Yeah.
spell as one of your finishers, so...
Play another Mox Opal.
5.
That's why I was doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, I don't think you need the 8th blue as much as maybe you need
Probably
another
not.
color.
Ancestral myself?
Yeah, that's getting stepped.
Yep.
So that's 7.
Do I force that?
I go to 12.
I think I'm going to force a will that. I'm going to 14, and I'm going to pitch a Gataxian Probe.
8.
So Ancestral resolves?
Yep.
Draw 3.
Well, I mean, you can see my hand, so I think you know the answer to that.
I'm half saying that for my own sake. Just to make sure we don't mess anything up here. Okay, Mana Crypt.
This was one of the swingiest games I've ever seen.
This is a pretty swingy game. Okay, and then... So I got all these outcomes. Still had all these outcomes. Okay, so we'll make red, blue, and 2 colorless. And I need another dice.
There's one more of the same type.
One more. And then a black. And that's it. Yeah. Okay. And then I will cast just a Hercules Recall using
10.
2 blue. There's a reason that I'm doing it this way, by the way. Not just to waste time. So that returns all my artifacts. These ones.
Get you a bunch more mana when you recast them all.
Yep. What was tapped here? Everything, I think.
I'm not sure if the volcanic island was actually tapped.
I don't think it matters.
I mean, you have enough mana.
Yeah, that's true.
That it's probably not going to matter.
Yeah. So diamond.
I don't got Fluster
I
Storm
would
anymore.
keeping track of storm count though,
11.
because it might be relevant.
Well, you're definitely killing me because you only needed a storm of.
If
6.
I had the tendrils.
I guess.
Yeah.
Mine's Desire.
Opal.
Who knows?
Crypt. Monolith. One left over from that. Ruby. Sapphire. 2 Chrome Mox for no value. What's my storm up to?
20.
20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 cards. Okay. We'll play another Opal.
21.
And I guess I should have tapped that for mana, but it's not going to matter. Then... Did I say 24? I think I did.
I thought you said 26.
26? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay. Just making sure. So I will use 1 blue to recast Preordain.
22.
Scry 2. Top, bottom. And then draw a card. So I have 25 cards in there.
Yes.
Still gonna use 1 colorless to cast a Mana Vault.
23.
Just want to see if I can do it. It'd be pretty sweet if I could.
Paradoxical, just returning one thing. I guess Merchant Scroll.
Yeah, that could work too.
That pulls the card out.
So I use 2 blue, cast a Merchant Scroll.
Yeah, 24.
Hopefully
As long as you have a blue instant in there, you should be good.
I do indeed. We'll get a Brainstorm. Okay, so if I do that for 20, I guess I'd be desiring for 25, so I'm going to go over it. But luckily, you don't draw cards.
You're not drawing the cards off my desire. You're exiling them.
Yeah. Okay. And I guess I could force a will a copy if I needed to. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll leave a black, because why not? Oop, oop. Oh, they're all gone. I will cast Mind's Desire
for 25.
For 25.
Which...
So I'm not going to bother shuffling since it's all these cards, but basically I get to cast all these cards if I wanted to. And I think the one that I'm going to lead with is Black Lotus. And Defense Grid, because why not?
And you got a cantrip in there, maybe?
No thanks. Tendrils of Agony.
Tendrils for...
More than enough.
26, 27, 28.
28.
Dead.
Woo! That was a weird game. That was a really weird game. A long game, but a sweet game.
It was a pretty sweet game.
And I was probably dead the next turn. So
yeah,
that was the best top deck I could have possibly had.
I knew at least one of my Sun Titans was pretty close to the bottom.
Yeah.
Good old dig through time, put it down there.
Anyway, so that was game 1, and we will see you in game 2. Alright, game 2. Go ahead.
This time we've got... those.
And I have... few restricted cards. Go ahead.
Whoop. So, let's go for Volcanic Island.
Yep.
And a Preordain.
Sure.
Scry 2. 1 on top, 1 on the bottom.
I don't know how we're possibly going to live up to that last game. That was incredible.
That was unbelievable.
That was a really good game. Good?
Yeah.
Draw a card. Well, that's... makes that a little better. I'm going to probe you for life. Going 18.
Okay, well, you can see a Dig Through Time, a Flooded Strand, and a cheeky little Ancestral Recall there. Saheeli Ray, Gush, Tundra.
Okay.
Maybe I should have led with the Ancestral, but
yeah,
no protection, so I went with the Preordain.
Draw off Probe. Well, to be fair, I didn't either. Underground Sea, Ancestral Recall.
Are you kidding me?
Myself, obviously. Draw 3. It's kind of funny. Play a Pearl. And... I think we'll discard, because I actually have to go to discard. So it wasn't a perfect Ancestral, but...
No.
I figured with a hand that didn't have much artifact mana that I'd probably draw some. Or at least some other free things. Well, I drew that one.
Yeah, you got a Pearl.
Drew that one.
But you have to discard.
We'll discard Polluted Delta. Pass the turn. So really, it was only draw 2 cards. Which
draw for turn. Flooded Strand.
With a little filtering.
Going on 19. Find ourselves, Tropical Island, I think.
Tropical Island.
Eventually. There it is. And I think at this point, we're going to go for our Ancestral of our own.
Sure.
1, 2, 3. And we're going to go discard. Saheeli Rai. Except for
That's
me,
a good one to discard.
For me,
That's a good one to discard.
I could have probably not done that, but that was better. Sure go.
Untap. Draw a card.
Yes, I'd like to, have 2 of those in the graveyard, so discarding 1 there myself is probably the best case.
Play a Polluted Delta. I'm going to cast a Ponder.
Yeah, you can ponder.
Top 3. Wow. Well, the first 2 are great. Yeah, I'll just keep them like that. Draw a card. Hard to argue with that. So... let's see. I'm gonna play a Black Lotus.
Yep.
I'm
Got all
going
kinds of
to
mana now.
crack it for 3 blue. Tree blue.
Tree blue.
Make a white and use one of the blue to cast a Grim Monolith.
Yep.
And then we'll use the other 2 blue to cast a Time Walk. Just burning through that Power 9.
Yeah, you can have a Time Walk.
Okay. So, we'll untap. Do I want to crack this on instead for thinning? Nah, I've got a Brainstorm in my deck, so I won't. Draw a card. I knew what that was, so I guess
that was
for
the
that
other
reason.
decision.
That's a pretty good reason not to.
Yeah, if you would have liked that card, then
Yeah.
not cracking it was probably correct.
I don't like the card that's underneath it though, so I will crack this now. Get an Underground Sea.
Oh, and shuffle it. Didn't need the volcanic.
That I went for style points over
Yeah,
intelligence
utility.
points.
Style over utility.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. So, I guess I will play with these 2. Have I done anything this turn yet, other than just crack this? No, right?
No, that is it.
I will cast a Merchant Scroll.
Yep.
Storm 1. Might work. We'll see. Merchant Scroll. And I think I'm going to just fetch a little bit of protection. Force a Will.
Interesting.
Okay. So, cast a Lotus Petal. Storm 2. I'm going to actually need my mana. Probably. And white for colorless.
Ooh. I think we needed to buy a starter deck in order to get wastes of that size.
Yeah.
I don't really want to cut up a full-sized one.
No.
It's not worth it.
Okay. I'm going to cast... Well, actually, is it worth doing that first? Only be for 3? Probably not. Okay. 3 colorless.
3 colorless.
And a black. And we'll cast a Yawgmoth's Will.
Okay, so you have Ancestral Pawn. You have a lot of things
Did I miss some
in
stuff
there.
this turn? I think I missed 1, right? Monolith.
Well,
Did I play that last turn?
yeah, you played it last turn.
Okay. I don't think it's going to matter if this works, so...
Okay, so you have Ancestral Ponder, Time Walk,
Merchant Scroll.
Merchants. So you have
Black
a lot
Lotus,
of things.
Lotus Petal. All good things.
We're going to add a blue
Yep.
and cast Gush.
4.
Drawing 2. Oh, that's not really what we wanted to see. Yep, that resolves.
Okay. So, Yawgmoth's Will. Recast Lotus Petal. Could you mind?
Yeah.
Recast Lotus. Still got 1 colorless floating. So... do I scroll? Or do I... Okay, well, I'm going to lead with Ancestral, I think.
Yep, 6.
Draw 3. Okay. Not bad. Probe you for life. Going to 15.
You can see Oath of Druids, Treasure Cruise, Sun Titan. There's just too many cards to name at the moment.
Oh, I guess because you gushed, so you had 4, yeah. Whole bunch of nonsense. Balance would be pretty balanced, actually.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough.
I'd kind of just lose all of
turns
this.
out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was really hoping that gush... Well, basically, it had to show me 2 counters.
Yeah. Let's see. So, play that. Exiling that. Still have a colorless. And I don't have to worry about counter spells this turn. So I'm going to play a Chromox, and I'm going to imprint Force of Will.
Oh. That's what that Merchant Scroll amounted to.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So that can tap for a blue. This is actually really tough. I'm going to use that colorless to cast a Sensei's Divining Top.
9. I have the superior one.
It's true, you do. Yours is foil. And then make a blue. Crack this for other blue.
So many blues.
So that's 4 blue. Cast a Paradoxical Outcome. So 1,
10.
2, 3, 4, 5 cards. I could fizzle. I could very well fizzle here, which would be very unfortunate. So draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, some of those were useful, I guess. So, play a Pearl.
11.
Play a Ruby.
12.
Play a Petal.
13.
Don't really need these colors anyway, so we'll cast a Grim Monolith.
14.
We'll tap this for 3 colorless and use one of them to cast a Mana Vault.
15.
And we will... Let's see, have I played a land this turn? Probably, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
I went first,
I'm pretty sure
and I had 2 lands, so yeah, you have.
Okay, so I still got all this junk in there. Play a Chromox.
Actually, you haven't because you time walked.
Yeah. Okay. I might not need it. Chromox, and I'll imprint another Force of Will. It's silly to, like, in a deck that's bouncing these, usually just play them for no value and then bounce them and play them for value. But I actually think I need the mana, which is sad.
You really need that blue.
Yeah. So I have 2 colorless floating.
I mean, you know you don't have to worry about a counter war here.
Oh, I know that.
So
yeah,
you do have.
They're pretty safe to get rid of. Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Use 1 colorless to recast top.
17.
And yeah, I think you're right about that land. Because you haven't, like, wastelanded me or anything. So play Polluted Delta. And hopefully, I mean, if I am wrong about this,
no, I'm pretty sure, because you did time walk. And...
yeah. So we'll crack that, going to 14. Don't want it to be a volcanic.
I don't think you have much of an option.
Oh, do I not have any others?
That or an island.
Yeah. Well, I saw both those, so yeah. I guess I'll get it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you only have 4 fetchable lands and 4 fetch lands. Yeah. And then, of course, the land that...
Sure.
Good old Tolarian. I was going to say community college, but academy.
That's a different thing. Okay. So, let's just hope that I did my math correctly. So we'll make a blue and use that colorless to recast Merchant Scroll. 18. To find an instant, blue instant specifically. Paradoxical outcome.
It's a pretty good blue instant to find.
It is. Ancestral's probably better, just in all situations, but you've used that twice already.
Yeah,
so
yeah, you've already cast that
doesn't
twice,
really get much better than that.
I don't think you can cast that too many more times.
No. Okay.
Especially from exile.
So that goes to our hand. We'll tap this for 3 colorless and this for blue because we exiled that Force of Will.
Yeah.
2 recast, or 2 cast, I guess this one's for the first time. Paradoxical outcome. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards.
So many cards.
And hopefully they will be enough. I mean, I guess I got a lot of mana too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should probably do it. Okay. So, replay. You can pretty much stop keeping track of that, I think.
21.
I mean, you can if you want to. I'm not going to stop you. Petal. Opal. That's a new one.
Well, yeah, if I don't have to count, you probably drew the one, and you don't have Mind's Desire and have to...
Yeah. Well, I didn't actually draw it, but I can do other things. Chromox, and I'm gonna imprint Force of Will.
That's Force of Will, getting tons of utility.
Yeah. Best card in the deck, I'd say. Okay. Then... do I do another one just for that purpose? I think probably. So we'll tap that for white, because we have to. Play a Soul Ring. Play a Monolith. Get 3. Play a Monolith. Play a Vault with the other one. What do I got for mana here? Enough. Plenty, actually.
Just a bit.
Let's see if we can make this at all faster. Let's get 3 colorless. Cast a Sensei's Divining Top. Use with one of them. And we'll use one of them to look with top. Just see if it's in here, I'm just gonna do it. Of course it's not. Yeah. Okay. Put those back. Well, I didn't really want to have to do this again, but I guess I will. It's just the 1 colorless floating. Play a Chromox for no value. I actually probably could have kept that Force of Will, to be fair.
You're not going to need this blue all of a sudden?
No. Okay. 3 colorless. Bring it up to 4. And then we'll make a red and 2 blue. And I think we've used all of them, yes. Paradoxical outcome.
Again.
Using that. And 3 of these. This time for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Draw 11 cards.
And I know the top 3 are pretty much junk. So
this is what this feels like.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, please. Please, please, please let it be in here. That'll work. That'll work. It's not in here, but it'll work.
At least Mind's Desire is? Or something?
Yeah, something is. Okay. Mox Jet. Now I could be really fancy with this, but I don't really want to. Oh, that got exiled, I believe.
Yes.
Not that it matters. I'm not going to be casting another one. Pearl, Emerald, Petal, Mox, and do I want to imprint? Probably not. Nah. Another Mox, no imprint. Okay, where's that Opal? I need it. Opal, Ruby. Actually, might need it. This is really pathetic, but I don't think I can make... Oh, I can make enough black. Okay, good, yeah. I can make enough black.
You have a Lotus Petal in the box.
I've got exactly 3 black that I can make with that, and that.
Add Demonic Tutor.
Yeah. Okay, so, then tap these 2, cast Demonic Tutor, fetch up Tendrils, which was right on the bottom, of course. And I will Tendrils you with these ones.
For 41.
For 41. Was that really what I was up to?
Yeah.
Oh, jinkies. I could have went even higher, but... Tendrils you for 41. Wow.
Oh!
So that was the longest turn imaginable, I think.
Yeah, that was like watching eggs.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired, but do you want to do a third one?
Yeah,
show off your deck.
You didn't get to see what my deck
really
does at all.
I really didn't. But yeah, so we'll do one for the booby prize in game 3. All right, game 3 after 2 of the longest and kind of sweetest games I think we've ever had. So go ahead and show your hand.
I've got those.
And I have these. So it can maybe get somewhere. We will see. Go ahead. So I said it last time, there's no way this game can live up to the last 2, but I guess we'll see how it goes.
Forbidden Orchard.
Yeah.
Mox Emerald.
Yeah.
I do have an oath.
Okay, well... I'm going to attempt to force will that, pitching Gitaxian Probe. Going to 19.
Force back. Pitching Jesze.
Yep.
Poor Jesze.
You get an oath. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good start. Draw a card. Well, what I can do is play a Volcanic Island and a Lion's Eye Diamond and smack you for 1.
18.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Finally, I get to show up.
Yeah.
So, top of the cards. So we hit a creature.
I'll explain that while you're doing it, just in case. So Oath of Druids, if you've never seen it before, it works for both players. Whoever has on your upkeep, if you have less creatures than your opponent, you get to reveal cards from the top of your library until you hit a creature, and then it comes into play. So that would work for me as well if he had 1 creature.
I didn't hit any Saheelis.
Really? Well,
so we are going to return.
And yeah, so he hits Sun Titan.
So I get Sun Titan. So now I can return a card with converted mana cost, a permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less, to the field. And I think out of all of these, it is going to be a Dak Faden.
Okay. Dak Faden.
And don't want that Lion's Eye Diamond.
Do you? I mean, I guess you don't really have to cast anything anymore, probably.
I mean, it's more like, do I not want you to have it? And I think I don't want you to have it.
So you're gonna steal my Lion's Eye Diamond?
You can crack it if you like.
It's true. I'm not going to. It's not worth the 4 cards in my hand to deny you kind of a
Flooded
card.
Strand. Let's make sure I have something I can fetch.
That's ridiculous.
17.
That is ridiculous. Also, if there's a tie, no one gets it.
Yes.
Not that I would want to. It is an option, so you can't, like, mill your opponent if they don't have any creatures in their deck, which I don't have any. So, it would be pretty bad if I decided to activate Oath if I could.
Yes.
Because I would
would not end well for you.
I would mill every card in my deck and then go to my draw step. And lose. If that wasn't obvious.
We're going to use that blue for preordain.
Okay. Now, it is worth noting, he can Oath again if he gives me another creature, which would allow him to get a second Sun Titan and
so like
probably...
Draw.
And probably hit a Saheeli.
Blue.
Spirit.
And Ancestral.
Yeah.
I'm going to crack Lion's Eye in response for...
Thanks.
For 3 blue.
3 blue. Okay. You're using my cards and my mana counting. It's ridiculous.
So we're going to use that mana as Treasure Cruise.
All of
so
it
one
or
of
one?
it.
Okay.
I think just one of it. And exile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 cards.
Draw 3. And so we have 2 floating.
Yep, 2 blue.
I can't really do anything with that, so it's your go.
Okay. Unsap. Draw a card. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing here, really. Underground Sea. Merchant Scroll.
Cards in hand.
I have 3 cards in hand.
I'm going to force it, pitching a mental misstep.
Sure. It's not Excel. Yours is. Pass the turn.
I mean, you could have attacked, maybe.
To get
Maybe I'd
one
block.
damage in?
But you could have killed Dak.
Yeah.
But then I could just return everything,
Yeah,
so I
doesn't
probably
seem
wouldn't
great.
block.
Plus,
So-
I guess I could deny you an Oath trigger. There's that too.
That was the option, but...
But I don't think it matters. I think you probably got this game. You'd have to get some pretty... Well, there's some pretty bad luck, I suppose. So, get the second Sunny T.
Well, that Sunny T is going to return... And what is he going to return? He's going to return...
That's ridiculous. Do you have, like, all 4 Saheelis in your hand or something?
Oh, I don't have any Saheelis here, so...
They're probably all
thought
in
it
a
was
clump at the
It
bottom.
was clear, but apparently not. So we're going to get a Black Lotus.
Okay.
And then we're going to go for...
Well, did you actually draw your card for turn? Because...
All right, yes,
That was just
that's the
without-
next step.
Yeah.
Just draw for turn.
All happens on upkeep.
We are going to draw 2, discard 2.
Seems reasonable.
We can discard a Saheeli and a Forbidden Orchard.
Okay. Well, there's a Saheeli.
And then we can preordain.
Sure.
Bottom.
Okay.
Draw. And
I suppose if you have another Saheeli, you could
so
win this turn.
crack this for 3 blue. A red.
Ah, you do. Sweet.
Saheeli.
Okay,
yeah, that's what I
well,
was basically digging for.
I got nothing, so explain what this does now.
So Saheeli gets to come into play.
Yep.
She gets to be all
Saheeli.
nice. Yeah.
Sahelian.
So she's going to be super helpful here, and
Yeah.
she's going to make a token of Sun Titan for me.
Yep.
Whoop. Going to 1.
Yep.
Here's a Sun Titan. I get a Sun Titan trigger. I'm going to return this Saheeli,
Sure.
but you can't have 2 of the same.
Yeah.
Okay, there's only 1, so we'll get rid of this one.
Legend rule it.
Legend rule it. We have Saheeli here, and Saheeli can go. You know what? She's gonna make another Sun Titan for me.
Yep, and they all have haste. That's
And they all have haste.
Yeah. So you just keep doing that infinitely and get an arbitrarily large amount of tokens. And you actually get a Saheeli in play at the end of that as well. For what that's worth. So you could hit me for 1. Go up, scry 1, hit me for
20
1.
Saheelis. And attack you.
Yeah. Me?
Yeah.
You're going to attack me?
I'm going to attack you with 21 Sun Titans. And with one of the triggers,
Yeah.
I'm going to get that good old attention sphere and target your spirits.
Don't even get to block. If I had a gush, I could lose with no permanence, but I don't. So
There you go.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Appreciate it. So I will take clearly lethal. How many is it? 20. You're attacking with 21 of them?
Yes, 21 Sun Titans.
21 times 6. I'm not even going to do that in my head. So, yeah. I will take lethal.
What?
All right. So that was a little bit of holiday vintage for you. Pretty ridiculous games overall.
Yeah.
These are probably some of my new favorite vintage.
That first game was
it was great.
insane.
So, see you next week.